we'll go ahead and get started. So we'll get started in a comfortable seat. You can choose, if you have a yoga block, you could choose to sit on it. Definitely not required. You could also just sit flat with your feet and legs crossed. We'll let the arms rest by the sides, let the eyes close. We'll start right away with some really deep breathing today. Take an inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. One more time, breath in. Breath out. Take maybe 3-4 more rounds of that breath on your own. Noticing how it feels to breathe in and how it feels to breathe out. That sense of kind of topping yourself up. The things that you need and letting go of the things that you don't need. Using this long, deep, slow breath as a way to also focus the mind and to settle the thoughts. And then either keep that breathing up or take your ujjayi breath by closing your mouth and constricting your throat and finding that breath in and out from the nose. And begin to lengthen the inhale. And match the length of the inhale on the exhale. And maybe it's helpful to start counting the seconds of the breath. And then taking the same amount of time to exhale. Somewhere between 4 and 8 seconds is a nice, deep, kind of long cadence of breath. Letting the breath just be in the background here. Take a scan through the body, from the crown of the head, all the way down the torso and the trunk. Down the arms to the fingertips. Bringing awareness to the hips, the low back, and then letting that energy travel through the legs, the front and back of the legs, all the way down to the feet, the ankles, and the toes. And if you notice that any part of your body feels especially sore or tense or tight, option to find a little movement in that place. For me, it's my shoulders, so just taking a few little shoulder rolls helps me to loosen up. You could do this in any part of the body. And then finding stillness, 3 more breaths. I invite you to set an intention for your practice today. A simple word or phrase, an image, something that can ground you. And then slowly blink the eyes open. You can start to rub the hands together. Hi, Shirley. Hi, Zoe. And we'll start to just build some heat. I don't know about you 3, but I'm getting really extra cold in my apartment. And like when I came into the studio today, my hands and toes were like almost numb. So just finding some heat in these hands. And then taking a moment to put those hands that are slightly warm over your closed eyes. And this is a nice way throughout the day if you feel like your eyes are starting to get burnt out from looking at computers, to just find that sense of peace and calm that closing your eyes and covering them with this warmth gives. All right, we'll slowly release the hands and we'll come right on into down dog. And if you want to go ahead and hit play on that playlist, if you want to listen to the music for class, you can. Now's a good time. And we'll start to just walk the dog out, bending the right knee, bending the left knee. And we will be focusing on balance today and transitions. And we'll do that in a variety of ways. Finding some stillness here. First balance will be on 2 hands and 1 foot. Lift the right leg up, 3-legged dog. Keeping the right hip square to the ground, really flexing through that foot. Everything stays the same, just roll your body into plank. So your right leg is still off the ground, it's still straight. Push into your hands, push down into your left foot, belly to spine, inhale, 3-legged dog. One more like this. Roll forward into that 3-legged plank. All 4 limbs are straight. And then find the grounding in the hands and left foot to lift the leg. Bring the right foot down. And now we'll have weight in 2 feet in 1 hand. Lift the left arm back by the left hip. Really feel that this right arm, right shoulder, your 2 legs and your core have you. Everything stays the same. Inhale, roll forward to a 3-pointed plank. This time it's the left arm that's off the ground. Push back into down dog. One more time. Inhale forward. Finding that sense of stability and grounding. And then lift the hips. Bring that left hand to the ground. Down dog. Deep breath in. Big breath out. Slow vinyasa before the other side. Inhale forward to plank. Exhale, lower all the way to the belly for this, even if you normally do chaturanga. Untuck the toes, take the hands to the ribs. Squeeze the elbows in and back. So if there's space between your inner arm and your outer body, close that gap. Inhale, lift the heart. Lift the head, lift the eyes, low cobra. Exhale, tap to the ground. Feet stay grounded 2 more times. Inhale, low cobra. Pull the elbows back, pull the shoulders down and back. Low rest the belly. One more time. Inhale, finding that cobra is a small cobra. Exhale to the mat. From here, tuck the toes, lift the kneecaps. So you should feel your quads activate. Push into the hands and feet, lift to plank, and come back to down dog. And one more time, just find some pedaling in those knees, shake out the head, bend the elbows, whatever it is that you need to do. And we'll come into that 3-legged dog with the left leg off the ground. So find your stillness. Square shoulders, square hips, just lift the left leg. It doesn't have to be high, but let's try to keep it straight and strong. Everything stays the same. Inhale, roll forward, 3-legged plank. Every limb is straight. Push into your hands and your right foot, lift the leg. Belly is on. One more time, forward into that 3-legged plank. Exhale back, 3-legged dog. Left foot to the mat, down dog. Now 2 feet ground, 1 hand grounds, right hand comes by the right hip. Keep everything the same. Inhale, roll forward to plank. And the hands are harder than the legs. Exhale, push back, 3-legged dog. One more time, roll forward, 3-legged plank. Ooh, lift it back up, 3-legged dog. Right hand to the mat, down dog. Vinyasa, inhale, roll forward, plank. Exhale, this time you can choose chaturanga on your toes or on your knees. And then roll over the feet, high cobra or up dog. Exhale, go right into down dog. From here, we'll walk to the back of the mat. So start to crawl your hands to your feet. Once you feel the weight in your heels, find your rag dog. Grabbing opposite hand to opposite elbow. Let your body just kind of shake and shimmy. Balance if you want to. You can flutter the lips. You can take a big sigh, whatever you need. And then we'll take the hands behind the back, and this is where you'll want to grab that strap or that scarf or whatever that kind of long cloth object is. One side of it in right hand, one side in left. Lift that cloth object away from the body. So lift it up to the ceiling first, and then start to lift the hands and that object towards the toes, away from the hips. You get this really deep chest stretch. Take an inhale, chair pose. Hands are still behind you. Exhale, forward fold. Lift the hips, fold over the legs. 2 more. Inhale, chair pose with this really open chest. Exhale, forward fold. One more time. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Release that object. Bend the knees. Walk yourself out to plank. Your vinyasa, your way. Inhale, forward. Exhale, down, knees or toes. Inhale, high cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. This time the legs together, lift the heels high, bend the knees, look forward, take some steps, or push into the hands and hop. Inhale, hands on shins, halfway. Exhale, fold. Push through the feet, stand all the way up. Reach up, reach up, reach up. Palms touch overhead. Kind of a baby back bend. Hips are forward, belly's pulled in. And then stand tall, hands to prayer. We'll start to balance on those feet. Inhale, lift the heels off the ground. Exhale, look down and forward and start to find your chair pose. You're still on the balls of your feet. And then we'll go all the way down to a toe balance. So you may want to squeeze your thighs together. You may fall back like I did or forward. But then try to find that equilibrium where your shoulders and hips are stacked. Your belly is strong, your thighs are strong. Thumbs to the sternum, deep breath in. Deep breath out. From here, hands around the shins. Rock yourself back. Rock yourself forward. Do that a few more times. Just a little playful movement on the spine. And then find a balance on the sits bones. Wrapping the arms around the shins. Tuck the chin to the chest. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more inhale. Exhale, boat pose. See if today you can keep the feet off the ground. Legs are either bent or straight. Arms are out to the side, chest is proud. You're really pulling the shoulders down and back as you reach forward. We'll tap the right foot to the ground and lift it up. Tap the left foot to the ground, lift it up. So finding balance on the seat, right and left. One more time, each leg, inhale down. Exhale up, last side, last time. Knees in to the chest, arms around the shins. Tuck the chin and rock it forward and back. This time you do as many as you want. And when you're ready to, you cross your shins, plant your palms, step back to plank, and move through. And sometimes that transition feels super messy. It's fine. It doesn't need to feel really graceful and perfect. Coming back to down dog, we'll take one more sun A, more traditional, legs together, lift the heels, bend the knees, look forward. You're stepping or you're balancing on your hands to hop. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Push through the feet, reach up, reach up, reach up. This time, exhale, fold all the way over. Inhale, halfway. Plant the palms, go through your flow. So starting to build some heat. Maybe you're starting to take off some layers. Really feeling that spine open up, the shoulders and chest open. Coming into that down dog shape. Take an inhale to lift the right leg, just like we did before. Exhale, roll forward, all four limbs are straight. Now you bend the right knee, tap it outside of the right arm, push it back, hover it above the ground. Right knee taps to the left arm, bend it, lengthen it back, tap it. Now right knee into the chest, round your back. Can you tap your forehead or knee to your nose? Deep breath in. Three-legged dog, lengthen it out. Step all the way through, high lunge. Back heel is up, back knee is up, chest is forward. Palms turn in. Sink those hips a little bit lower. From here, hands behind the head, interlace the fingers, open the elbows out wide. So we're balancing on 2 feet. We really want to pull the thighs energetically center. Ground through both big toes so that we can take this back bend and not feel really wobbly. One more breath here. And then power lunge. Head forward, arms release back. You can have the palms down, middle fingers reaching back, or you can have the hands interlaced. Whatever feels better for you. Once again, we're opening the chest, kind of counteracting all of that tightening. Take one more breath here. And then gently lower that left knee. Release the hands, reach up, look up, low lunge. Exhale, hands to the mat, pull the left hip back over the knee, straighten the right leg. Framing that right leg, inhale, belly comes away from the thigh. And then exhale, fold. And we'll stay here to fold 2 more breaths. And then we'll get into a little bit of a balance as a twist. Lift yourself halfway up. Left hand or fingertips are down, and if this is where you'd prefer to have your block or your water bottle, you can keep it under your left hand. Right hand is going to open to the ceiling, so we're twisting towards the straight forward leg. Pulling that right hip back, reaching the right fingers up. Take one more breath here. And then coming forward, runner's lunge. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. If you want to use a block or a water bottle that's in front of your mat a few inches, start to shift the body weight forward and back. Almost like you were going to run off of a racing block. And then find some stillness here. Warrior 3. You can choose to locate the object, press down onto the object, and lift the left leg with square hips. Or, if you want to try it without the object, hands to prayer, same concept. You just don't use your hands at all, you only use your legs. 2 more breaths here. Take that left hip down so it's in line with the right. Push out through that left heel. Your legs should be really engaged. More balance. Bend that left knee. If your hands are on the block of the water bottle, take them to prayer now. Bend the right knee and start to bring the left foot forward. So it's like chair, but your left foot is not on the ground. Take a deep breath in. Breath out, lift this left knee, lift the arms. One-legged mountain. Deep breath in, get taller. Breath out, open the left knee to the left and just pause here. It's not tree pose just yet, it's kind of hanging out in space. And then find your tree. If you normally don't do inner thigh, maybe today try inner thigh. You're at home, there's nothing to lose. Pressing that foot against the inner leg, and we'll bring the hands to prayer. The more you drill for your right foot and really lift up through that right ankle and knee and hip to get tall, the more stable it is. One more breath. And then step this left foot back, big warrior 2. Bending into the right knee, right toes are forward, arms are outstretched. Take an inhale, just flip the palms up. You can bend the elbows, should feel the shoulders drop and relax. And then exhale, come to where you started, palms down. One more time, inhale, palms up, elbows bent a little bit. Exhale, arms straight, palms flat. Keep everything the same in the legs. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Left hand goes down the left leg, right arm reaches back. Take an inhale to straighten the front leg, reverse triangle. Exhale, bend the front knee, reverse warrior. One more time, inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, reverse warrior. Staying here with the legs, lift yourself up, warrior 2. Going right into half moon. Left hand to the hip, right hand can be at that block or that water bottle, or it can hover. Take that right hand under the right shoulder, push to the right foot to lift the left leg. This is our warrior 3 turned on its side. Hence it has a different name, half moon. From here, if you want to experiment, left hand, top hand can reach up and maybe you fall when you do that. Maybe that bottom hand can also move. If you feel like you have a pretty steady balance, maybe you take that hand in a half prayer or you take it behind the back. One more inhale. Exhale, forward fold, top of the mat. Shake out the legs, wiggle out the ankles, the hips, the knees. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold, go through your flow in your way. Remember that this isn't about how fast you move at all. This is about you moving with your breath. When you find down dog, big inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Taking all of that on the left side, inhale, left leg lifts. That 3-legged dog, everything stays straight and roll to plank. Make sure your hips have come with you so you're not in this pseudo down dog. Left leg bends to left arm. Push it back, see if you can hover. Left leg to right arm, bend it. Push it back, see if you can hover the foot. Now chest, round it in, knee to nose, breath in. Lift the leg, 3-legged dog. Step all the way through high crescent lunge. Once again, it's a deceptive balance because you don't have one foot off the ground. But because we're coming into the back bend, it requires your legs to work a little harder. Thighs pull in, hands behind the head. Cradle the head in the hands and open the elbows. Lift the chest. Maybe drop the hips. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Head forward, arms back, that power lunge. You can keep the airplane arms or find that clasp, hands behind the back. Take one more breath here. And then drop that back knee, low lunge, reach up, look up. Exhale, hamstring the front foot, half splits. Front leg is straight, so your left leg is straight. Fingertips or hands on the ground, block or water bottle. Inhale, create more space between torso and leg, and then exhale, close it off. Stay breathing into the hamstring, the spine, the side waist. And then lift yourself back to that halfway plank. Right hand stays down. Again, it could be on one of those objects. Left hand starts to peel up to the ceiling. So coming into a twist in this half split, the emphasis in the stretch comes more to the outer line of the legs, the IT band. Take one more breath here. And then both hands down, slide yourself forward, runner's lunge, tuck the back toe, lift the back knee, find those shifts. And if you know you want some assistance in Warrior 3, make sure you have your block or your water bottle in front of your mat. And let's quiet that shifting. If you're taking your hands to that object, pushing down there, lifting that right leg up. If you're going to use not the object, hands to prayer, push into your legs, take it forward. Wherever you are in your balance, right hip should be lower down than probably you think it should. Right heel pushes back, so your right glutes are really involved and active. Take one more breath here. And then if you have your hands on the object, try hands in prayer. We'll all bend both knees to come and hover the right foot over the floor. We're in a one-legged chair pose. Push down into the left foot, lift the right knee, lift the fingers, one-legged mountain. Take a moment here to get taller and longer through the standing leg. Open the right knee out, pause here. We're not yet in tree. Then find your tree, like side one. If you normally don't do the inner thigh, try it today. Even if you need to hold on to like a couch or a roll. Hands reach up for this side. And just testing the waters. Take one more breath. And then step that right foot back, warrior two, left leg is the front leg. Keeping the legs really strong, inhale, flip the palms up, drop the elbows down. Exhale, long, strong warrior two arms. One more time, palms up, elbows bend. Back to warrior two arms. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Keep that left knee bent. Staying here, reaching back, and then straightening the left leg, reverse triangle. Inhale, bend the left knee, reverse warrior. Exhale, straighten the left leg, reverse triangle. Lift your torso up, rebend your left knee, warrior two. Half moon, right hand to the hip. Looking down, deciding if you're going to use your object or not. Left toes pointing forward, lift your right leg up. Right hip over left hip, right shoulder over left shoulder. Maybe you add a little extra flair and spice. One more breath. Forward fold, top of the mat, shake it out, let it go. When you're ready to go for your vinyasa. We'll take 3 breaths to pause. Before we go into our second round of flow, you could choose to pause in down dog or child's pose or really any other shape that you want to. Also a good time to get some hydration. And just checking in with how you feel. There are places that feel a little bit tense. Maybe it's your ankles or your hips from balancing. All right, yogis, we'll come back together. Down dog, shake it out and let it go. This time, again, a little bit different of a flow. Take the feet as wide as the mat. Really try to drop your heels down without hyperextending your knees by pulling the kneecaps up and back and overlocking. Slight tiny bend in the knees. If the heels are not on the ground, mine aren't, walk your hands back however far you need to find your heels on the ground. Keep the shape of the down dog though, so hips are much higher than the shoulders. The shoulders are behind the wrists. And from here, we'll take a twist. Left hand in the middle of the mat. Right arm threads under the left armpit. Grab the outside of the left leg, bend the right elbow. As you twist, notice if your hips are twisting with you. We want to actually keep the hips level, so use your core strength. Really push into the opposite foot of where you're twisting to counterbalance. One more breath here. And then release. Same thing, other side. Right hand is the middle hand. Left hand is the one that grabs the right leg. Push down into the left foot. Think about twisting from your mid-back, from your ribs. Hips haven't moved. Take one more breath. And then walk yourself all the way back. Heel to your feet underneath you. Chair pose, sit low, reach high. Coming into a twist and a balance. Left arm sweeps back, right arm forward. Pause here. Notice again, if your knees or hips have wiggled, keep them forward, open wide arms. Weight in the right foot, lift the left foot. We did that one-legged chair earlier, we're doing it again. This time though, you're going to press up and keep the twist. Right hand can come outside of the left thigh to twist deeper. If you feel pretty open, you can grab the outside of the left leg and try to straighten it. Or we have that lovely tool, the scarf or the strap. You can loop it around that leg and grab the hold of that object with your right hand. Whatever you're doing, I'll give you 2 more breaths here to just work your version of this twisted one-legged mountain or this twisted hand to big toe pose. Slowly come on back around. Release the left leg, one-legged mountain. We're starting on the left leg this side. Kick the left foot straight forward. Either stay here or try to lift off of the right heel. Again, today is all about balance and transition. And then when you're ready to come out of that high lunge, left leg forward. Twisted lunge, left arm back, right arm forward. You can stay here or add a little back bend and side bend by tipping the left hand to the right leg. Take one more breath. And then easy twist, right hand to the mat, left hand to the ceiling. You can stay here. If this feels really good, stay. If you're looking for a little extra challenge today, 2 choices. Choice 1 of the challenge is to open to side plank, left side over right. Choice 2, first 2 fingers around the left big toe, come to the pinky side of the right foot and find that hand to big toe pose, side plank variation. Whatever you're doing is good. Take one more breath. And we'll meet in that easy twist. From here, left hand to the mat, drop the right heel, warrior 2, left leg forward. This time, straighten the left leg, reach up, look up. Exhale, press down, warrior 2. One more time, inhale, extend. Exhale, deep bend. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle. 3 breaths here, left arm on the leg, right arm over the head. Remember, we don't want this arm limp. We really want it long and engaged with the shoulder pulling down the back. If there's more space in your body, slide that left hand to the floor. Take one more breath here. And then lift yourself back up, warrior 2. Windmill the hands to the mat. Right heel is up. Sweep the left leg up. Bend the knee, open the hip. You can stay here or flip the dog by dropping the right heel to the right, taking the ball of the left foot behind you, and lifting your chest to the ceiling. So this kind of becomes sort of a half back bend, a half wheel pose. Take one more breath. And come on around, down dog, go through your vinyasa. Using your breath to transition between the shapes. Once again, we'll widen the feet. Walk the hands back until you feel that your hips are flat. This time, a little bit different. We're going to take the left hand to the mat. Right hand is going to come to the left knee. Kind of a really gentle tap. You're not holding your knee, you're just kind of lightly tapping it. All of the weight comes into your right foot. Lift your left foot off of the mat. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. And it's fine to fall or almost fall. Right hand to the mat. Left hand, again, gentle tap of the knee. You're not grabbing your knee or crushing your kneecap. Weight in the right hand and left foot. Try to lift the right foot off the mat. It doesn't need to be high. It's just about that little lift. Right foot to the mat. Walk the hands back. Wiggle the feet, chair pose. Sit low. Reach high. Going to the right arm back, left arm forward. It's an open twist chair. Our knees and our hips stay forward. Weight in the left foot, right foot lifts. Pause here. Push into the left foot, lift the right knee. Remember your choices for this twist. Left hand to right thigh, left hand to right leg, left hand to the strap that is around the right foot. You've got time to set the version up that you want. And you've got time to maybe fail, maybe majorly succeed. One more breath here. And then we'll come on back around. If you have a strap, scarf, ditch it, one-legged mountain. Focus your eyes, extend the right leg forward. Make sure your belly is on, your legs are on. Try to lift your left heel. Maybe once, maybe twice. And then find your high crescent lunge. Settling in. Coming into that same twist, different legs. Right arm back, left arm forward. You can stay wide in this archer's lunge or tip it back. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Now we have that easy twist. It can stay as an easy twist, left hand down, right arm up. It can come into Sasana in this kind of normal state. Or right two fingers around the right big toe, lifting that right leg up. 2 breaths, whatever version you have going on. Lifting those hips up away from the ground. We'll all come back. Easy twist. Right arm up, left hand down. Right hand to the mat, lower the left heel, open up, warrior 2 with the right leg forward. Inhale, straighten the right leg, reach up. Exhale, press to warrior 2. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press. Keep the knee bent. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle. And knowing that we'll be here for a bit, decide what you need. Is it arm and leg connecting? Is it maybe going down a little bit but not losing the length in the waist? Pushing into that left foot, reaching out with that left hand. One more breath here. And then coming back up, warrior 2. Windmill your hands to the mat, lift your left heel. So you're in the runner's lunge. Right leg sweeps. Bend the knee, open the hip. Staying here is great. Flipping the dog is also an option. Spin your left toe to the left. Step your right foot behind you. Chest turns upwards. Right arm just hangs out in space. One more breath. Come on back around, down dog. Go through your flow. Once again, you have some breath, some time in stillness, if that's what you want, in play, if that's what you want, hydrating, checking in. Coming back to that intention you set, that sense of grounding. All right, yogis, we have one more round of standing flow, and then we'll come onto the mat after that. Make your way into down dog. We'll come to the top of the mat, zip the legs together, lift the heels high, bend the knees, look forward, step, or float. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Long legs, long spine, lift up. This time just bring the arms by the side. From here, we'll take the hands behind the back. You can choose to interlace, or like we did earlier in class using that object. I'm just going to use the object to demo, but feel free to clasp. Take a moment to roll the shoulders back. So instead of the shoulders being really forward, roll the shoulders and arms back. Reach your fists down or your strap down. So you're trying to straighten your arms as much as you can. Pushing down with the feet, drawing the belly in, gentle standing back. Bringing yourself back to vertical. So feel how your core is engaged right now. Chair pose, sit low, chest is open. Weight in the right foot, lift the left foot. We've done this one-legged chair now 3 times. We'll take back to warrior 3. Slow and steady transition. You gradually straighten your left leg. You have the choice to straighten your right leg or not. One more breath here. And then step the left foot back. Crescent lunge with the back bend. Hands are still behind you. Lift up, lift up, lift up. Exhale, release that object, arms forward, power lunge. You can choose to have your hands apart, or if you want more in the shoulders, clasp the hands, but watch the space between ears and tops of shoulders. One more breath here. And then warrior 3 with arms forward, keeping the clasp or not. See if you can take this last warrior 3 on this leg, accepting the challenge of the balance, using your core, using your legs. Bring your hands to prayer. Transitioning from warrior 3 to half moon, bend your right knee ever so slightly. Open the left elbow and left hip up. You're gradually turning your body on its side. Once you get here, if you need your object, go for it, hand down. Maybe you just straighten that bottom leg and you open your arms wide. Take one more breath here. Gentle, soft landing, bend the right knee, warrior 2. Inhale to reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle. One more time, front bend knee, inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Straightening through the right leg, triangle pose. Think about lifting out of your waist. Instead of like really crunching here, extending both the bottom and top side of the waist. Deep breath in, reach your left fingers up. Deep breath out, body comes up. Parallel the feet, reach up, look up. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Bring the feet a little bit closer together. We're going to work that side leg lift again. If you want something to stabilize in your half lift, grab your water bottle, grab your block for your hands. Weight will be in the back leg, the left leg. The right leg that we've been working as the front leg for this round starts to lift directly out from the hip. It's not forward of the body, it's not behind the body, it's straight out from the standing leg. Take a deep breath in, push out through the right foot, and then bring that right knee under the body. We're in sort of a one-legged chair, start to bend your left leg. Take the hands to prayer, lift yourself up. Eagle pose. This lifted thigh goes over the standing thigh. If you want to challenge yourself today, don't let this top foot touch the ground. Second option is to wrap it around the left calf. Sit a little deeper. Hands to prayer. We won't take eagle arms today, just prayer hands. You can focus on the legs. Top thigh squeezes on bottom. Sit a little bit lower, and a little bit lower, and a little bit lower. One more breath in. Breath out, release, warrior 2, front of the mat. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, windmill your hands down. Go through your flow. Moving in your particular way. If there's a pose in the vinyasa that feels really good, maybe you hang out there for a breath or 2 or 3. Zip the legs together. Lift the heels and the knees. Step or hop. Top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise. Stand all the way up. Reach up, look up. arms by the sides. Okay, taking the left leg, and I'm actually going to turn to face the other side of the mat so it's a little easier to see what's happening, but you all stay facing the same direction. Hands behind the back in that clasp. Again, strap, scarf, or no object, hands together. Taking that back bend first, push into the feet, reach the shoulder blades together down, reach your hands down. Even though we're coming to a back bend, our core is on, so we're not dumping into the low spine. Take one more breath, and then find vertical. Take a moment, sit into chair, hands back, chest forward. Weight in the left foot, lift the right foot. It's that one-legged chair we've been doing. From here, slow transition to warrior three. It's like a slow motion back kick with really square hips. Take one more breath here. Bend the left knee, right foot back, high lunge, back bend. Open, 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 open. Release if you have your object, arms forward, power lunge. Remember, hands can be apart. If you want a little more hands together, just watch that you haven't lifted your shoulders. There's space. Keep reaching forward, warrior three. Last time, warrior three. Bring the hands to prayer. Opening up to half moon, so it's the right half of the body that begins to spin up. The left elbow spins down. Again, if you want that block of water bottle, utilize it under the left hand. If you want to experiment further, open the arms wide, take one more breath. Bend the left knee, right foot back. Nice soft landing. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle. Really just stretching that side waist. One more time. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Pausing here. Straighten the front leg. Dive that left arm down, right arm up. Triangle pose. Try not to lose your bottom waist. Really keep it long and extended. Take one more breath here. And lift yourself all the way up. Parallel your feet. Maybe wiggle them in. Reach up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Wide-legged standing. Inhale, half lift. Hand on the block or the floor, your choice, or that water bottle. Bring the feet a little bit closer in. Weight in the right foot, the left foot, the same leg that has been our front leg for this round is the one that moves out laterally. Try to push it out straight to the side without cranking this hip up. Hips are level and you're pushing that leg out as much as you can. Take one more breath. And then bring the leg in, that one-legged chair. Start to bend the right leg. Left foot has not touched the ground in a moment. Hands to prayer, lift up. Eagle wrap, left thigh over right thigh. Sit, sit, sit. Foot, see if you can keep it off the ground. Maybe a hover, maybe a wrap. And then hands to prayer. We're focusing on the legs. Knees are forward, we're sitting down in it. We're really finding that squeeze. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out, sit a little lower. One more time, deep breath in. Deep breath out. Unravel, come back to warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, hands down, move through your flow. This time when you come to down dog, sweep the right leg up, bend the knee, open the hip. If you feel like flipping the dog, take a brief flip. And then we'll come into half pigeon. Right knee comes to the right arm, right foot comes to the left arm. We make sure we're not sitting like I am right now, leaning to the right with my left knee facing the left, that we're square in the hips, even if that means that we're high off the ground with the groin. And from here, folding the body over. If you know that this doesn't work for you, another great option is figure four. It can be done seated, but supine is a lot more comfortable. If you're taking that variation, hands can come behind the left thigh. And whichever hip opening shape you're in on this right side, letting your breath start to come into a little more steadiness. And just noticing what's coming up as you open this hip. The sensation in the body. but also maybe how your mind, how your emotions are also reacting. You don't need to control those reactions, but just observe the reactions that come up. You have 2 more breaths in your half pigeon or your figure 4. If you're on your back, you choose how you get to down dog. And if you want a vinyasa, go for it. If you're in half pigeon, plant the palms in front of you. Tuck your back toes, lift your knee. Tip your weight forward so that you can unwrangle the right leg. If you want a flow, take it. If not, go ahead and set up the left side. You started with that 3-legged bend knee, open hip. Maybe it's a flip. And then as you are ready, you come into your half pigeon or your figure 4. Half pigeon, just being really mindful. The left knee is wider than the hip. The right knee is facing the ground. The weight feels even in both hips, both legs. And then settling in, settling down. And if it feels like there's a lot to release this afternoon, maybe there's some big, bold exhales, some loud, weird sounds that come out of you. You have about 3 more breaths. This time we'll meet on our stomachs, and if you are a really big believer in symmetry, which is what a lot of asana yoga is about, do your thing on your left side that you did on your right. If you're not super concerned about symmetry today, we're going to meet on our stomachs, so you could also just go ahead and lay on your stomach. We'll come into 2 prone back bends. Tops of the feet are down, knees are down. Hands are behind the back. Last chest opener will do. Again, you can use your tool, strap, or scarf, or interlace your hands. If you're interlacing your hands, I challenge you to squeeze the heels of your hands together. Even if it means, like mine, your elbows are bent. From here, inhale, lift everything that you can off of the mat. 3 breaths, big inhale, big exhale. Big inhale, reach the toes back and the head forward. 1 more round. And let it go. You can find one cheek on the mat. You can wiggle your hips. You can windshield wiper your knees. If that felt good, do it again. If you want to come into your bow pose, that back bend with a quad stretch, go ahead and bend the knees. For most of our bodies, grabbing the outsides of the ankles is easier than the insides, but I'll let you choose external or internal rotation in the shoulder girdle. If you're coming into this back bend, make sure your knees haven't splayed wider than your hips. Ideally, they're behind your hips. Pushing into your hips to push your knees back. Pushing the ankles, the shins into the hands. And again, if you're taking locust, that straight leg version we did round 1, keep the breath. 1 more round, everybody. And then let it go. Shake out the legs, wiggle out the hips. We'll meet in child's pose, knees wide, big toes touch, hips draw back. Rock the forehead side to side. And start to crawl the hands up, the body up. And we'll come onto our backs for 1 last round of poses, just a little twist. First, knees into the chin, knees into the chest, arms around the shins. Let your left leg go long, right knee stays close. We'll twist the right knee to the left. I like to use my left hand to push down on my outer right thigh. Give some resistance. My right arm also reaches to the right. If you want to make this juicier, if you have a pillow nearby, you can put a pillow under your right knee and not worry about the hand. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Come onto your spine. Switch legs. Left knee gets close. Right hand maybe pushes on the outer left thigh to get into the twist. Maybe it stays. Maybe you pillow it up. Left arm reaches left. And see if you can either imagine your breath down to the hips. And come onto your back. Hug the knees in, wind removing pose, rock it around. If there are any last poses you feel like you need to complete this practice, do it. Inversion, that's not too vigorous. Hip opener, another back bend, another twist. If you're good, go ahead and extend the arms and legs long. Palms up, eyelids heavy. And really letting everything go. You don't need to breathe in any special way. Your muscles are relaxed, your bones are heavy. And there's nothing for your mind to focus on, so see if you can relish that stillness. Slowly start to move the body again. Maybe you start small, fingers and toes, and you let the movement travel through the body. You might want to eventually bring the legs and arms in opposite directions, stretching to your longest point of the day. And then from here, as you're ready, roll into a fetal position. One of kind of the most crucial poses in our practice, this transition pose from what we did on the mat, how we felt on the mat, that intention on the mat, to the day ahead, work and life, and what do you want to take, what do you want to leave behind as you go back into your day. We'll meet when you're ready in a comfortable seat. Like the beginning of class, interpret that how you will. Hands are resting on the legs or prayer at heart center. We'll take the chin and just gently tip it down. Finishing up our practice with 2 rounds of breath. Big full inhale. Full release exhale. Inhale. Exhale. The light and teacher in me sees and honors the light and teacher in all of you, even though we can't actually see each other. I see you. Thanks for joining.